Cup show. Number 68 and a half. Welcome,
20.
ladies and gentlemen.
Episode 20. Oh, you got a beanie on? You got to be here. Hold on.
I got my beanie on, boy.
I gotta go hooded. We're doing.
I'm all hipster today. I'm all hipster. Yo,
we're doing winter garb, so I'll be hipster too.
Dude, your Arizona is not winter, man. Get out of here, man.
Dude, it's like 50 degrees outside right now. It's legit cold.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold. Can we get an F in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? F in the chat for Cubs Fan Hot. It's 50 degrees out there, man.
I'll lead the charge. I got the first F.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Cup show today. My goodness, it is a beautiful day indeed for a lot of people out there. There's all the Fs. Happy Cubs. You got your support. You got your support right there.
Lots of Fs. Lots of Fs. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate the support. You know, this is really helping me build my confidence.
See, in Chicago, 50 degrees is
in the face of
barbecue weather.
I was actually laughing with my wife about that because we just went to Costa Vida, which is my favorite restaurant, fast food restaurant. And you don't have those in Chicago.
I've never heard of Costa Vida before. No.
Oh, my gosh. Who knows Costa Vida or Cafe Rio? They're pretty much the same thing.
Drop a like if you know Costa Vida.
Drop a like. But anyway, we were walking out, and I was like, oh, my gosh, it's so cold. And we were like running to the car, and I'm like, it's got to be at least 30 degrees out here right now. I look at the car, it's like 52 degrees. I'm like, oh man, my tolerance is shot. Like one summer in single summer in Arizona, and you're just destroyed.
Man, when you're out here, it's 0 degrees, and you're like, oh, it's not too bad today. Maybe I'll take off one of my sweaters, you know? Open the windows up a little bit. Well,
Cafe Rio is not better. Costa Vida is better than Cafe Rio. I'll fight you.
Oh my goodness. Well, Cubs, you have gone soft. I agree, Phi Muck. All right. Well, I'm seeing there's talk about something in the chat. I'm too scared to look at it right now. We're going to talk about the thing that we know for sure is real. This right here, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! General Grievous Rework. We're going to make our 5,000th video, 5,000 stream on General Grievous right here. I don't know. Where do you want to take this conversation? Where do you want to take this conversation right now?
So I want to talk about what I think is one of my favorite reworks of all time. Woo! Seriously.
Did you guys hear that?
I'm an unbiased party in this because while I mean you've been having like your little Grievous orgasm over there on your channel. I've been like, mourning the fact that my Jedi meta is probably coming to an end and that kind of thing.
So. I will talk about that.
Well, and I think there's some ambiguity there, but it's, actually, to be honest, the more I think about it, I think I'm ready for a shakeup. But anyway, I'm not like a Grievous fanboy like you, not nearly on the same level. But when I looked at the kit, when I was reading through it, I just thought, I just love the lore tributes in here.
Yes, they've been doing
I love the way that what does Grievous do? He does not give a crap about anybody around him.
Yes.
He only cares about his goals, his purpose. And so he's not only going to use the characters that are with him, he's going to abuse them and make himself more powerful in the process. And so that to me is just really creative kit design. Frankly, my hat's off to CG for making something that looks really solid, doesn't look too complicated, which is also, I don't know how they do that. And then also something that looks like it's going to have some longevity because it's not just specific to Jedi.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. So I think one of the conceptions we have is that every single new meta has to be Jedi Knight Revan or bust. And I think they hit an odd little, I don't know what the right word is, compromise, where they finally made something that can it looks like it'll pretty much bust through a Revan team fairly easily without being invincible on defense. Not saying it's going to be crap on defense. I just from looking at this gameplay, which usually gameplay provided by Capital Games isn't the most optimized. They don't always show the best lineups. Like I honestly think Magna Guard's kind of the weak link. We can maybe talk about that more later.
I felt the same way.
Felt the same way? For sure, Zeta's not that good. It's not worth 20 Zeta mats at this moment, especially in the time of hype and speculation going on. But yeah, I think they found a good balance where he can do well offensively. And I don't know about you. Although at first I was like, why the heck isn't there any anti-Jedi stuff? But then when I think about it, and the developers actually kind of clarified this for me. Their intent behind Grievous was that if you can kill Jedi, you're pretty good at killing a lot of other things out there, and especially if Grievous, he fought Darth Maul in canon, he killed off Mother Talzin. If you read the comic books and whatnot, so I think I'm glad they didn't make it only Jedi, because Revan won't be around forever. I know it's hard for older public fanboys to realize that in this type of game, they don't go by the lore description. Revan, although he is very powerful, that doesn't mean he's going to be #1 for the rest of the game, or else this game would just die. It would get boring. It's already getting annoying for a lot of people. So
well, the Jedi fanboy in me is sick of Revan. I'm tired of it, and so frankly, when I look at and by the way, thanks Ryan for the $2 donation. I'm just gonna jump on this and explain this real quick, because he asked where did the F from the chat come from, and know your meme, Ryan. Let me teach you the meme. This actually comes from a Call of Duty game, where you know this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, there's I forget all the details, but there's a funeral, and you walk up to a casket, I think it is, and it says, press F to pay respects.
Yeah, I have the video right here. I'm going to pull it up for everyone. Let me switch over to the screen right here. Yeah. There's actually a tutorial. If you don't know how to press F, I actually have a tutorial video as well. So there's this one scene. Which Call of Duty was this? Was this World at... No, not World at War. Which one was this? Oh, here we go. See, press F to pay respects. And then that's where the
press F to pay respects.
Yeah. So this is where the meme came from. Pay respects. Oh, great game. I can't remember which one it was. It's definitely one of the older ones. But that's where the meme comes from. Know your meme. I'm gonna find a tutorial while Cubs keeps filling in the blanks while we talk.
Yeah.
Oh, here we. Where is it? I gotta find it. Anyways, you can.
So we're getting lots of sound misbalance
Advanced Warfare.
complaints. So you know, sounds like either I'm too loud or you're too quiet or both. So that'll be the show. It will be a groundbreaking moment for the Cup show when we don't have comments in the chat about
turn your mic down. He says, "All right, we'll turn Cubby down. All right, Cubby's down, people.
Is that better?
Loud. Cubby's too loud. All right, how about that? We'll see. Cub's mic down. All right, bass boost Arnold.
Just lean back. I don't like leaning back.
Lean back.
You happy?
Here we go. Here's a tutorial video if you need a
tutorial on how to press F to pay respects.
Press F to pay respects. Right?
You know, okay, everyone's saying that it hurts. Like you do know that you also can turn down your volume. So we'll turn down our levels, but if it's hurting you, I do recommend that you take your volume down a little bit in your earphones.
All right,
Danku in the house. Woo! Thanks for the donation, Danku. He says, evening, Cubs and Arnold. You met Danku. You remember Danku?
Yes, I do remember Danku. From good old California. Oh, where were we, though? We got a little sidetracked with the F to pay respects type of deal. So, yeah, I'm glad they didn't put the Jedi-only things in there, because Revan won't be meta forever. Although I know Revan fanboys think that he's got to be #1 forever. I like what they did, because they added anti-Darkseid, because he fought off Darkseid factions. He doesn't care. He has no respect for who you are or what faction you represent. He doesn't care. He just wants to kill you. That's his one job.
Right.
So I like that they added some Darkseid stuff in and light side stuff. Although the light side stuff he does, like he keeps reducing potency against light side enemies or whatever it was. Wasn't too crazy about that. But at least it shows that wherever the meta might switch dark or light, he should have some sort of viability paired with some of the most massive damage I've seen that continues to scale. I think it's kind of a cool combo. Droid and Grievous look like they should do some work, and B2, B1. Magna Guard's kind of the weak link, but looking at the Droid faction, I already got a lot of ideas for what we might be able to fill it. I'm thinking like Probe Droid, IG-88.
Probe Droid is what I keep thinking
L337 maybe, because L337...
Target lock.
Yeah, well, but the thing I was thinking about L337, I don't have the Zeta. I'm not sure if I'm 100% ready for it, but it won't work with the Magna Guard. But it'd be kind of cool. At the first time a droid ally is reduced to 1% health, they equalize if L337. So it's kind of like a savior for droids, almost.
91. 91 Zeta mats.
That 91 Zeta mats all going to the Separatist
stamina. The stamina of this man.
Hey, man, I got 800 Carbanti saved up. Man, I've been a good boy. So yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think I'll give Magna Guard the Zeta. I'm not impressed with his Zeta ability. His rework's okay. I like the mass cleanse, but I don't know if I'm too crazy about it. I think there's other better target lock options or droid options out there. Yeah, Jawa Engineer.
Right.
People are saying Jawa Engineer. I don't know about Jawa Engineer. I get the gist, but I don't know. T3 and 4 does most of that stuff. The healing, offense.
Look at all that Gear 12 Plus you've got that you're not giving to your droids, man. Come on, grow a pair.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure I got enough for Droidica.
Go for it.
I gotta say. I told you I would gear up Jedi Knight Revan soon. After I gear up Droidica, I will do Jedi Knight Revan because my older public's a bit shammy right now. There's my Revan right now. So, that's
one thing's for sure. After seeing the footage, I definitely think you're going to be able to use your Grievous. You're going to be able to rock him, and you're going to be able to slice through Revan teams in your shard. You're not going to have a problem with that.
I'm very happy about that. Revan looks like he'll be way more manageable. I need to see how he does against Traya because we weren't shown Traya footage, and that might be a bit of a problem because Traya does damage when you attack out of turn. So will the B1 lose stacks every single time? Bit worried about that.
True.
And CLS counterattacks. It looks like you can beat CLS, but it looks like it'll be annoying because of the massive counterattacks and the expose and the Hans and Chewie thing going on. But I think it's cool. I see people are like, oh, it's garbage, but it's like he's gonna kind of try to break up this Revan thing. No, it's far from garbage.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna bring back rock paper scissors. Remember one time we had like 4 different teams going up against each other. Yeah. You know, Palpatine beat Traya. Traya beat Bastila. Bastila beat Palpatine. You know.
Yep.
So
that's what keeps things the most interesting. I hate one thing I hate right now about my climb every day is I'm falling. Like today I only fell to 15, but 2 days in a row I fell to 50. And before that, and literally every single battle up until 10 was a Revan team, and that to me was just so grindy and annoying. I got to call out. Thanks for the donation, Neen Noob. How do you say that?
Noob.
$3 donation. He said, "Have you guys seen the Darth Revan leaks from Warriors video?" And
what? Who? What?
We don't know what you're talking about.
What I will say is we don't know anything. What you guys are seeing is definitely surprising us as well. Beyond that, I don't know.
because it came from a game changer video, even though it's not something that we intentionally had anything to do with.
No, we didn't record the footage.
We're gonna kind of just let you guys take to Reddit on that one. We're not really sure what we want to say, but yeah, it's I think I can say and you can say that we are.
I disagree with Devon. Not Devon. I mean, McMull2 said Grievous was never meant to be arena meta. I 120% disagree with that. If you heard our earlier points, Devon, I know that's not how you say it. We had this conversation before on a stream, but I think Grievous is just meant to help bring rock, paper, scissors back. You know, if he who shall not be named does ever come to the game, I think Grievous could have a place somewhere. If we're keeping rock, paper, scissors somewhere in there, maybe Revan will still hang around, and then, you know, the Grievous will take care of Revans. And so, I don't know. We'll see. I think that's all speculation. What I said is speculation. What McMull2 said is speculation. I don't think their intention is to create what is obviously a meta counter to Jedi Knight Revan just so he could be obsolete, who knows, 1 to 3 months later, if that's the prediction right now.
I said this well before today, but my prediction for the future, the next, couple months, is a rock, paper, scissors meta that's divided between Jedi Revan, General Grievous with the rework, and either a Darth Revan or a Darth Malak. Because regardless of everything today, we have 4 marquee characters that have not been forced on us panic farming wise. That I just don't think CG is going to let them sit without doing that. I just don't think they're going to do that.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense to me that we would move to either another iteration of Revan or a Darth Malak. And I also don't think that they're going to want to just completely cast aside General Grievous or Jedi Revan. And also probably CLS and Chewie. Like I could legitimately see the CLS Chewie C-3PO teams, General Grievous, Jedi Revan, and the new dark side.
The question is, we all know that CLS can beat Jedi Knight Revan. I say that lightly. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's possible. The reason why Revan is so overused right now is because the defense is nearly impenetrable. And that's where Grievous comes in and try to bust through that Revan thing going on there. So we don't know what their future outlook is for future Hero's Journey, Hero's Fall, Ancient Journey, Legendaries, but I think we got to wait and see what it's going to be all about. Grievous has a pretty good, this big damage. You can't just ignore that when, who knows, maybe Darth Revan can get one-shotted by Grievous's scattering horror. We kind of have to wait and see. I don't know if you really want to head back. Oh, sorry, you go for it, Cubs. I'm ranting here.
Yeah, you're good. It's pretty similar to there was a not too long ago when Wigs was viable in the arena. But they were only viable on offense.
Yeah, right.
You'd fall really hard. This is like a year or two ago. And I think that CLS is probably moving in that same direction because there's just so much high-powered offense and DPS that you get, and C-3PO gives you the speed so you can get it done fast enough.
Yep.
And so to me, I think CLS's place is probably going to be one that is very offensive oriented, less defensive oriented. I know there's some guys in my shard that are running him on offense, but then they jump off of him for defense. They put their Revan team in. Thanks DKillyou8 for the $5 donation. What do you guys think is coming when episode 9 comes out? So I think he means what's coming to the game.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the more glaring choices are Old Man Luke, hopefully Snoke maybe, but both of them are kind of out of the picture now, right?
Yeah. Well, so
maybe.
that we think maybe Luke will be a ghost or something. Yeah, maybe he'll be a ghost of some sort with a force stroke ability. That's what I'm hoping for. I think there's a good chance when they bring a new movie in, sometimes they go back to the previous movie to bring stuff, such as BB-8. BB-8 was shown in The Force Awakens, but he was brought closer to The Last Jedi. So that could definitely like dip back into the previous movie to bring out, and then they might hype up like a new character shown in a trailer or something like that for episode 9. So that's very well possible. Very well possible right there. But man, look at that. 85% Revan. We got more to talk about Grievous and the crew and whatnot.
Pretty intense.
What do you expect? Because I have a couple theories about this 85%. Let's say 2-3 weeks. Do you see much of a change to this piece of the pie that Revan owns right now on the meta report?
I see a massive change.
Massive change. Okay.
I think it's going to be at least split in half. At least.
I'm not sure how. Yeah, go for it.
I could be wrong. Now, a big piece of this puzzle that we kind of have missing is how viable will General Grievous be with 3-star and 4-star B2 or B1 and
Droidica. Yeah.
If the answer to that question is not very viable, then I think it's going to be a lot less GG.
I think B1's already 3-star viable. I feel pretty confident 3 stars will get the job done because it's all based really on his health and protection regeneration. Droidica will have to wait and see because that's a bit more, his damage is more dependent on the stars, and he's meant to put out the damage as well as have more health and protection because you want him to kind of get marked when he has damage immunity on it. And if he's not high enough in health and protection, he's not healthy enough to take over the mark early as possible. So, yeah, so Droidica's a bit questionable. B1, I'm pretty sold that at 3 stars, he will be different. But my theory is with this Revan thing going on right now is that with the speculation going on about he who should not be named and whoever knows how many months, I like that's a great way of calling him now.
Well, let's call him Voldemort.
Yeah, Lord Voldemort. Yeah, right? There we go. And then with Grievous, the problem with the Grievous thing right now, not everyone's psycho like me and has the Separatists or even droids like kind of juiced up, ready to go. And so that's a Zeta investment requirement. Carbonti requirement is heavy for Separatists. Magna Guard and Grievous are a mess. And then you got the other things for B2 going on. B1 Battle Droid, luckily, was pretty easy to gear up. But yeah, so I think between that theory or the he should not be named and all the gear and Zeta requirements for Separatists, I don't think we'll see an immediate like mega impact on the meta, but maybe 2-3 weeks when some people want to dive into it. I think for sure we'll start seeing Grievous on the meta report, which is crazy to say. I would never even fathom the fact that Grievous could show his head up somewhere in this top 5 somewhere.
It's like a dream come true.
Almost like a dream come true. I have to be honest though, if the rumors are true, I will be a bit bummed and won't be able to be as happy as you were when you had a Jedi Knight Revan thing that lasted for several months uninterrupted, and even the theories that exist about what's coming up next, they were like so far ahead in the future. It's like, who cares? I got 5-6 months to play around with Revan. With me, I'm a bit worried, but I'm still gonna go all in on Grievous. I think he will have some sort of meta impact. I don't think whatsoever that their intent was to make Grievous obsolete so quickly. So, That's
Hey,
what
we
I'm
got a
saying.
$20 donation from
Slater.
Slater 1808. He says, Arnold, give yourself a shiny Droidica. And I
Well,
don't think he's
joke's on you.
realized his channel.
All the money
is
on this stream is going to his channel, Slater. He's taking the money and he's running. He's going to get his own Droidica.
He says, Cublet. He calls me Cublet.
Cublet, aw. You
got a Revan, so take a seat. Take a seat,
young Skywalker. Oh, man. I don't know.
Gamer Dad, 5-star G11 GG, 7-star G10 B2. Am I ready?
It depends what your arena's like. You're not ready to go up against Gear 12 plus Revans, I can tell you that. But for a lot of other things, who knows? There's a lot of information up in the air, Gamer Dad. But for sure, you're not like this stuff right here, this Gear 12 nonsense with Yoda and whatnot. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work against that. But it's probably gonna be good to wipe out some like top end B-, C+ teams or whatever. You know, I don't want to get you too hopeful. You got to gear that baby up to keep that health pool going.
It's hard to know because, and this is why I get frustrated that we can't. We used to be able to test these characters out before we revealed them to you, and so it'd be really easy for us to come on and say, "Hey, this is pretty much going to work at these gear levels. Here's the mods that we're rocking. Here's what you need to know." And now it's kind of just like, "Oh, wait and see." You know, it's working. On full gear 12 with God mods across the board. But it's kind of just be wait and see. Thanks, Joseph S., for the donation. He says, Darth Gamorrean Guard, ? I don't know what he's talking about.
That's the latest Old Republic legend. The legend has that deep in the dark abyss of the Tarantetic, there is a Gamorrean Guard. Gosh, I'm just a little like... Because we got the footage. I don't look at what's in between battles. I fast forward through the battles. I can kind of see, okay, I see what's going on. And then I quickly scrub over to the next battle. I did not see any of that. I was like, holy cow. Oh, man. I don't know. That's going to be funny. We'll have to see.
I don't think any of us noticed anything until Reddit.
No, yeah.
Reddit, one thing I'm confident
they're very perceptive. They're like, oh, man, did you see it? They won't miss anything. Except the point of the video. That's what they miss, right?
Ooh, hey, here's a good question, actually, I want to call. It didn't come from a donation, but I think it's good enough to discuss. Prediction on 3v3 Grand Arena for General Grievous.
Oh.
And our next Grand Arena, I don't know if it's going to be 3v3, but the last one was 5v5, and so I think there's a pretty good. So what would the trifecta be? Would B2 be as useful in 3v3? Or B1? Maybe are we looking at GG with the two marquee characters, or what do you think?
Man,
I feel like you want B2 in there.
It's hard to say. I mean, because B2 you're lacking the damage.
Yeah,
and you don't want because the problem is if Grievous gets below full health. What's up?
If it's defense, then maybe you do want B2. Maybe offense, you want B1.
Well, here's the thing I'm wondering because the problem is if you put B2 on the squad. He'll probably get marked the second Grievous falls below 100% health, and then B2 loses his purpose of keep gaining turn meter to take a turn. Because you don't. The point of B2 is that you don't really want to go after him, but he's going to annoy you if you don't go after him. But if you do go after him, he's not annoying anymore. But then Grievous is going to get in your way. That is a very good question. There's a lot of options here. I mean, B1 would make sense because B1 works in like no other team really except. Grievous. So I would like to see Grievous and B1 together because that would be a massive health regeneration going on over and over again. I gotta say that's a difficult question. I need to see how this team, get it in my hands and test it out first. See how good it really is because sometimes the footage we get, I said earlier, it's not always the best footage in the whole entire world. They sometimes scale back. They kind of let the community figure out things on their own. So maybe once we mod it up and played around in Arena, it could be a lot better, and then we could see how the picture ties in together. But yeah, that's a very good question. I don't have an answer to that. Every character because the Separatist army, each of them plays a role of some sort. And then the question is, all right, whose role is the least significant in this Separatist crew that you're willing to put for a 3v3 match? That's the problem I'm having right now because everyone plays a role versus Jedi Knight Revan. Everyone's a Super Saiyan, so it's easy to figure out who you want to make for a 3v3 Revan squad. But I'd love to see the comments on what they think.
Not just for Grand Arena, but also for Territory Wars.
Yeah.
In general, where does Grievous's use fall? Like, because right now you've got like for example, First Order.
Yep.
And who is using First Order on offense? Like, nobody. It's a very, very strong defensive team. Bounty hunters are similar. I know some people do end up using bounty hunters on some people do use bounty hunters on offense, but you know, these teams are very defensive oriented. Then you got your real super offensive oriented teams. And those teams are going to be like a lot of people use Trey on offense, CLS, Trey mainly because it's just such an automatic. Is Grievous going to be a defensive team or an offensive team? And with, you know, if you're going against him without meta characters, I feel like Droidica with Grievous is going to be just a real pain to handle.
Oh yeah, it's got a lot of protection, regeneration of its own. Yeah, I like the Droidica and Grievous together. It's just who would I want in that third slot? I don't like Magna Guard all that much. Although maybe because of how 3v3 works, maybe just having that frequent taunt would just get so annoying. Right. Everyone plays a role. Everyone plays a role in this army. It's kind of like if you want to go into a war with your army, do you want to sacrifice your navy and then just go in with the infantry? It's like, I don't know, you kind of need both to kind of win a lot of wars out there.
Right.
So that's the problem I'm seeing. But I see Droidica and Grievous being super, super annoying. But it's just who's that third slot? That's the problem. B2, I can find a lot of uses from outside of Grievous, but Magna Guard, B2 or B1, I don't see much use for them outside of that crew right there.
Here's an interesting one, and thanks so much for the $20 donation, Faymuck. He says, Revan is like Smith in the Matrix. Okay. SWGoH will collapse once everybody has him. I hope Grievous is the scissor and Revan is the paper. By the way, guys, it's Faye, not Phi. Keep up the good work. So, and then Patrick McGee, thanks for the $2 donation. He says to suck it, Revan, and O'Doyle rules. So whoever O'Doyle is, you rule. You rule. So I don't think I agree with this necessarily that Galaxy of Heroes is going to collapse when everybody has.
Oh, if everyone has been nothing changed, then yes.
And nothing changes?
Yes.
Okay.
But everyone can have them and everything can be fine if we progress forward where there's more easier ways to deal with Revan or more alternatives. Because right now the alternatives are very far and in between. I see people say, oh, well, you can use Night Sisters. I'm like, yeah, you can use Night Sisters, but it's not 100% guaranteed you're going to win. Well, you need something that's a bit more than like 5% guaranteed.
It depends on how you play the game too. Like for me,
right.
Here's because I've been frustrated with the abundance of Revan. I'm just like, you know, and I love Jedi. I'm just it's only Revan. It's the arena is not fun right now. It's boring right now. It just is. And so I would say squad arena, that's boring and that's stale, and I wouldn't say it's collapsing, but I'm not
when arena was exciting, man. I miss it. I miss those Qui-Gon Jinn days. I remember grinding during the Qui-Gon Jinn days, and I was like, hell yeah, #1. I remember I was in class. I'd be hiding my phone behind my book for my night class. I'd be freaking grinding and getting so excited when I hit #1. Pago the Lesser, Qui-Gon Jinn, Wedge, man. May I say more? My gosh.
That brings up a discussion. So, no, okay. People are misunderstanding me. I'm not saying that I don't like arena. I'm saying that right now I don't like arena. It's very stale and
boring.
Right now it's very boring. But what I was getting at on the game as a whole is that I'm still interested in the game because I've got Grand Arena, I've got Territory Wars. Those are two game modes that I'm super invested in. And so while my arena feels like a chore right now, I just go get my 600 or 500 crystals, 450 crystals, depending on the day. I'm okay with it because I've got some other interesting game modes. But that said, I would love for that excitement to come back in arena, and that's something that's hard for them to pull off.
I forgot about that.
You brought up something that we need to. I want to ask everyone in the chat. Hiding your phone behind books. All right, so you're hiding your phone behind books to play SWGoH. How many ways have you guys hid your phone to play SWGoH? What are the creative?
Here's a good one. I got a good one. So you know, like,
I got one too.
Do you ever have that person in your family, whether it's wife, fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad? They tell you to stop playing the game, get off your phone. Like, because you can tell you're playing.
All of those people.
Yeah, well,
all of those people.
You know, you can tell you're playing when your phone's in horizontal mode, right, or a landscape mode.
You're gonna say what I was gonna say the same thing. I already know where you're going.
You put the phone in portrait, right? It looks like you're texting, but really you're just playing the game in a different mode. Oh god, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Oh god.
I have totally. Okay, I have done full arena battles like this. Full arena battles.
It's like she'll be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just replying to an email right now as I'm like trying to press the abilities." Oh god.
That kills me. That is exactly what I have done.
Okay, we're on the same page. See, Galaxy of Heroes people, we all operate on the same wavelength here, and there's a bunch of other ones. You run to the bathroom during dinner and stuff like. I haven't been pulling that as much lately because it's very Arena's just not as exciting as it was before. Like Arena used to be my #1 favorite game mode. I can't say now it's my favorite game mode. I just miss those days where it just felt so satisfying to get to #1. All the diversity changes, hiding it under my computer monitor at work. Yeah. I've done that.
I like this guy. Lucas says we are addicts.
Yeah, we got a problem. Well, you can't put the game in portrait mode. People are asking, how do you put it in portrait mode? It's like you don't. You just hold your phone like this, so it looks like you're not playing in landscape, and you just gotta.
Yeah, they don't have the mode. You just have to learn how to orient your eyes to know. Yeah, it's actually kind of trippy. I've messed up several times doing that.
Oh man, I'm waiting for the day where they integrate it into like your car, like in the GPS screen and stuff like that. So you can just press the buttons on your steering wheel. I'm waiting.
Or you can do that eye follower thing. Have you seen those videos Markiplier's posting where he's doing the eye technology?
No. Oh, like where it tracks your eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it tracks your eyes
somewhere. Oh my goodness.
Just do that while you're driving.
Yeah.
And you can do arena battles while you're driving because nobody in here, nobody has ever done Galaxy Heroes while driving, right?
I'll switch to your camera. Oh man, we're all good people. We're law-abiding citizens in this chat room right now. That was a side thought, but yeah, I miss the old days of grinding, hiding behind books and stuff like that, and I always looked forward to it. I haven't felt that feeling in a long time where it was so much fun climbing arena. I mean, maybe Jedi Training Grave was the last time I felt it, because then Traya kind of made things a little like stuck. Palpatine was kind of okay, but yeah, the Qui-Gon Jinn days, I remember those days like the back of my hand, like how excited, and even Paga the Lesser, man. Those are the good days. Those are the good days. Good days.
Those were the good days of the arena.
Yeah.
Those are the good days. Even when General Kenobi first came out.
Oh man.
The day I remember when the triple cleanse was finally dethroned. That was oh man, the triple cleanse. That used to be.
Well, now we have quadruple.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny to think about?
What
is since like the triple cleanse, maybe a little bit past that. It's been all full team synergy based.
Yeah.
But before that, like triple cleanse, and before that, there was no like full faction teams that really worked.
Did we talk about this somewhere? I can't remember if we talked about it here.
Like we probably have.
Or maybe behind the scenes. Yeah, I definitely noticed that. Oh no, Mobile Gamer and I talked about this. I'd say around the time of Phoenix going on and Thrawn is when we started seeing this push towards full like faction-based teams. Thrawn tried to bring Empire to I never really liked the Thrawn AI on defense, but that's a whole other point. Seeing a full Empire team under Thrawn, then Commander Luke Skywalker came out, then we saw like the first real powerhouse full faction team, and then Night Sisters shortly afterwards, then Resistance shortly afterwards, then Sith shortly afterwards, then Jedi. Right. We haven't really had that cross faction thing like before. Like Old Ben, Jedi Training Grade, Qui-Gon Jinn, Royal Guard, Stormtrooper Han. Like, what the hell combo was that going on back then? We kind of moved away from that. I think that's kind of for maybe the better. It's kind of cool putting it together, a full faction team. But yeah, it's definitely true. I remember thinking about that the other day, that they're making this move towards just a full faction working together as if they were, more thematic. So yeah, that's a great point to put out there. Yeah, will Ugg not be the Grievous killer? Yeah, totally. Eth Koth will be #1, right?
Two things. One discussion piece, and then just a great comment. David Biggie says, I have the SWGoH sound turned up and on through Bluetooth, and it is amazing in the car. This guy's a true Galaxy of Heroes geek. When you're like blaring up the battle sounds.
Yeah. Everyone can hear it outside.
Dude, play with your Ewoks on that mode. That's the mode to do that, because they got the best sound effects in the game.
Oh yeah, they do. Well, how the heck they do it?
Oh, I love the trumpet. And then John Coco's $5 donation. Thanks so much. He says, what synergies do you predict with Grievous and Separatist droids will have with Dooku? Since a lot of us have a Gear 11 Dooku, I don't think Dooku's designed to work with them.
I'll be flat out honest. It's not gonna happen. I mean,
yeah,
you can be cute and probably find a way, but Dooku's kit is outdated. It was made before all this new stuff came.
Dooku.
Yeah, rework Dooku, right? I mean, let's pull up the Dooku crew right here. I mean, yeah, he's got the Separatist tag, so he'll be able to benefit for all the Separatist synergies Grievous is now bringing into the team in the B2 Battle Droid and all this other Separatist stuff going on. But his kit's very outdated. But if you notice, the one thing we're not getting a rework here is the organic people. So Dooku, all the Geonosians, and Newt Gunray. So could be another rework down the road. It's cool seeing that they reworked this faction right now. So now they have like the base for adding on top of it. So in case the faction starts dropping out of viability a little bit, just pop in a new droid off the factory line, rework the current dude, or bring in a Geonosian.
That's a good analogy. Pop in the droid off the factory.
It's kind of a cool thought. Yeah, here comes the next droid off the factory line. So I definitely think Dooku might have a purpose in the future. Maybe if they do Clone Wars stuff later on. Maybe when they rework Jedi, they'll rework Dooku. There's a very good possibility they could do stuff like that. They wouldn't probably do everything at once right now.
Here's the bottom line with Dooku. Not just with the Separatist droids, but just in general. And I think, well, first of all, with the Separatist droids, I think it's a pretty big. Oh, this is funny. I'm getting really sidetracked.
We're very sidetracked on the stream today.
I know. Lucas, Dooku means anal in Brazil. Yeah. So this must be the video for Warrior.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I think that with the Separatists, it definitely seems like their intent here, is to make this about Separatist droids.
Yes.
Not just Separatists, not Asajj, not all that. And then secondly, with Dooku is his problem is he just doesn't hit hard enough, and he's super squishy.
He's annoying. He takes forever to do his animation, but that's about it.
He's like a flea, you know. He's not hurting, but he's annoying.
Isn't it sad that back in the day, the one reason to use him before 4X was the fact that he would just drain the clock with his counterattacks and slow animations? Like, that was one of the strategies of Dooku. He evades, and then you hit him, and then he comes back, he hits you. Then he goes back.
Dooku,
he was an annoying character at one point.
Probably the first character in this game when I first started playing that I just said, I hate him. I hate that guy. Because he would counter.
Yeah, it was annoying. I remember he was one of the best characters in the game, man. It was so cool. And he was pretty easy to get.
He's had his moment to shine. He's had a moment
long time.
Yeah.
Then when the Darth Maul came back,
time.
And then we kind of see him with Darth trade teams in Territory Wars. I mean, now that Revan's here, Dooku's not as useful. But before Revan came around, Dooku with Trey was pretty nasty on defense. And Territory Wars, so he had a lot of use. I see him getting some love one day. I think we need to see some more Republic stuff happen, Galactic Republic stuff, and then maybe we'll see some more Separatist stuff. Kind of like the Bounty Hunters. Remember this? They reworked like only the original trilogy, and then people are like, "What the hell? What about all these other guys?" And then they did the next batch, and people are like, "What the hell? What about Zam Wessel?" And then Zam Wessel and Jango Fett. There's a theme they shoot for. So I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe Dooku this year to rework. It depends. With the Clone Wars TV show happening this year, anything's possible. I would love to see him get some love.
They did already rework him once, technically, right? When they gave him
2017, yeah, 2 years ago. Actually, exactly 2 years ago, February 20. Isn't it funny when you play the game so long? It's like, oh yeah, February 2017.
It all bleeds together.
It all yeah. So 2 years ago, exactly. Dooku got a rework. Yeah.
It's a little mind blowing to me. It's 2019, and I literally started playing this game in 2015.
Yeah, 2000.
That like hurts my brain.
That'll be oh my god! This December, I'll be playing this game for 4 years. My goodness, and pretty much back to back. I don't think I've ever taken off a day. I mean, there's a lot of days where I miss Arena and don't play at all, but I still go in, put my energy. I farmed every single day at the minimum. Every day I'm farming. I'm grinding, boys. I'm out there grinding. I'm one of you. I'm grinding on the streets.
The only day I think that I've missed in that time, is when I was on a cruise and I literally had no service. And in that time, I gave my brother the login to my account and had him keep up with it for me. Which I know there's going to be someone who's like, oh, that's against the terms of service. Well, Report me.
Report.
Okay.
And here's another one. People are pointing out Darth Sidious. I'm surprised he doesn't have the Separatist tag. I would think the next time if they rework Sidious, maybe they'll throw a Separatist tag on him. He got a rework 2 years ago as well with Dooku and the crew, the Sith crew back then. Definitely not that useful. Talk about a squishy guy. Woo! This guy's squishy. One hit from Grievous. One is basic.
I'm sorry, Joseph S. We made you wait for a while, but thanks for the $5 donation. He says, I definitely drive while listening to these podcasts. Best talk radio, in my opinion. Aww. Should we start a radio channel?
We should.
You and me?
We should.
What can we call it? 66 FM? What a 66.
I got a brilliant idea. You know the pod racers in episode 1? What if we call this the podcast? Now that's podcasting.
Now that's hey, that's a good idea.
Copyright, trademark. Don't you guys dare turn that into a new channel. I will come find you.
Now this is podcasting.
Now this is podcasting. Man, I just gave people an idea. I'm going to see that become some big thing now. You're welcome.
That is going to become a thing.
I want some royalties out of that.
Yeah. I'll edit this part out of my video.
Right,
everyone plug your
people are like, I like that. Your ears. Now that's podcast. We should just make that our trademark. We should just make that our slogan or something. Now that's podcasting. I just registered the URL. God.
By the way, I should tell you real quick. I just logged into my account to get a few things.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was getting this high, but I've been hoarding my Zetas like you.
Really?
And I'm not quite as high, but I'm at 66 Zetas right now on the money. 66.
So let's ask you, Mr. Cubby Boy. You going in on Grievous or are you buying the speculation? What are you doing? What are you doing, Cubby?
Here's my plan right now. My Grievous, you'd be proud of me.
I saw you on Twitter, yes.
Yeah, I can show everyone. Here, let me I'll go away for a little bit.
I can show
you
my
let's see. I can screen share. I can do an application. There we go. SWGoH. Okay. I should be on the screen now.
Welcome to the PC life, Cubs. Thank God you can finally do that.
Oh, it feels so good. Yeah, I'll show everyone here in a minute. I got a new gaming PC if you didn't see it, and it's like my new baby. I'm so excited about it. But anyway, you see here I've got my Grievous.
Yeah.
And look at his gear. You like that?
Oh man. Holy cow.
You like that?
I think regardless
look at what I ran out of. I ran out of these guys.
I got 400 of those bad boys, man.
How did I run out of those guys? I didn't know it was possible to run out of those guys.
Oh, I ran into the same problem about around C-3PO. I just lost. I had to buy those out of the guild store. Man, I was like, holy cow, man. It's and
I've got B2. I'm waiting a little bit on him. I want to get Grievous done first. And then I do have Magna Guard in my favorites, though I haven't done much with him yet. I did take him to level 85, though, just because I had enough credits.
Yeah.
And then I've got B1 in my favorites as well. And I'll get Droid there. But I think what I'm probably going to do, the Zetas are harder to farm. But the gear is a little bit easy to go into. And you can see here I've got 32.8 thousand crystals saved up from hoarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
A little bit better than my stats.
What I'll probably do is I'll finish gearing my Grievous. I'll finish gearing the droids that I think are going to be the best team. And by the time I get there, I'm going to hope if something else is coming, that it will be here by now. And I'll know if I need to spend my Zetas or not on Grievous or what's new. So I'm kind of thinking that I might not end up putting as many Zetas on Grievous. And I might have them for the thing after that. But who knows?
I think... Sorry, yeah, go for give your shout out.
Oh, yeah, quick shout out to a donator, Vincent from Canada. Oh, Canada. What?
Canada.
Have you seen that commercial, by the way, on ESPN? No, where I have not. Do you know the dude who covers hockey on ESPN? I'm trying to remember his name. He's got like the long gray hair.
I'm American. We don't speak hockey.
You know, yes, we do.
I know.
Anyway, he's this Canadian dude. Anyway, it's this commercial on ESPN where this girl's like singing the Star Spangled Banner, and all the guys are like, you know, it's good, and then they go back to work, and then this big burly like opera guy comes in and starts singing "Oh Canada."
Oh god.
And then it cuts to the Canadian guy, and he's like got a tear going down his eye. It's such a funny commercial. Anyway, Vincent, we got sidetracked because of Canada. What do you think about Episode 3 Obi-Wan needing Seps
Put your
to
camera
get
back
him?
on, Cubs. We don't want to see your ugly roster.
Oh, my bad. My ugly roster. This thing's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, here we go. Turn on camera.
he's back. He's back.
Oh man, I kind of like that I can share my screen with you now, though. That's good.
Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice.
Anyway, so needing Separatists to get episode 3 Obi-Wan, kind of like bounty hunters for Chewie.
Yeah, right.
That actually kind of makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh,
that makes a lot of sense. The only thing is I think everyone's probably gonna have incentive to have them farmed and geared already. And so unless he's coming soon, I don't see how they could put a panic into that. And that's kind of the theme with legendary events, isn't it? Is there some kind of panic associated with
There's
it?
always, I mean, yeah, in more recent days, there's definitely a panic associated with it. I mean, Ewoks. So the Ewoks, most of us had Ewoks farmed. That's just like no one really wanted to gear them up. So yeah, I think in more recent days we have a panic, which makes me wonder why we haven't seen Juhani and the whole crew, or well, it's just Juhani and Karth we're waiting on. So that kind of makes me a little worried. Makes me a little worried right now. So
I have a feeling as soon as those guys drop farmable, it won't be long after that. And are you farming Bastila Fallen and Canderous?
Dude.
I've got them both 50 shards away from 7 stars.
So I feel like if something is coming soon, I feel like they're lightening the punch on how difficult it'll be to get it, because I don't remember being like this far into 2 characters when Revan was announced in October.
But it could also be maybe they're gonna let the farm sit primarily on Karth and Juhani,
which is what I'm thinking. Yeah,
and they cut us a little slack on Bastila and Canderous. But at the same time, those packs are gonna give you a chance at all 4 equally. And so
yeah, then you're gonna pull like 500 Bastilas and only 1 Karth at a time.
And the RNG will be jacked up for Bastila and Canderous.
Yeah, that's my worry. I think that the crunch is gonna be those 2. I mean, Bastila, she's close to 6 stars. Canderous will probably be at 7 in the next week or so. And I'm not even like going hard. I'm doing like only 8 battles a day for Bastila. I do 1 energy refresh for Canderous every single day. So I'm not really going all that crazy hard on these guys, and they're making progress. But yeah, for sure, Karth and Juhani. A bit worried about that. These guys right here. Those are the 2 that I'm concerned about. That
the thing I will say though is if this is coming, and we've kind of hit on this, but if this is coming, like in the direction we think it is, it just feels to me like it's gonna have to be so close to this Grievous thing.
Yeah,
I just don't see them making him useless that fast. Maybe he won't be the guy, but he'll be a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking.
That's better than nothing, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely better than nothing. So looking at this guy, I already knew right away. It's like, all right, he's not gonna be invincible. He's not gonna be Revan invincible. I mean, even when Palpatine initially got his rework, he wasn't invincible either. He was pretty easily beat. Then once you start adding Sign and Trey into the mix, it's like, all right, now we're getting somewhere else.
Right.
But it's not impossible to beat, but it makes it really good as an offensive powerhouse. I mean, you can't knock down the fact that this guy can quickly get to a 60,000 damage dealing attack within like the first 20 seconds of battle. That right there is pretty big in and of itself. And then he can remove turn meter when you're damaging the enemy, and then all that other stuff. And Droidica quickly stacks up charge and blows someone away. So it's got good stuff. I'm not gonna say he's meant to be #1 for the next 5-6 months. No, but if they're going towards rock paper scissors, I could see him being top 5, top 3 teams for a rock paper scissors thing, because I'm already seeing it now.
Easy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of suspecting out of these guys. Let's see if we can do a territory battle with the Grievous. Can I put B1? Oh, cool. We can put B1 in there. Perfect.
Yeah, do some gameplay, you scrub.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it all the way through, but we'll give it a try.
That actually reminds me I need to do some territory battles too. I should jump in there while you've given me the positive motivation. How do you feel about territory battles? There's no game mode that I feel like is a chore more, because the rewards are so important in my opinion.
Yeah.
Definitely huge. Part of it that you really enjoy anymore. It's like Galactic War.
I mean, they need to add a new territory battle. And then they need to
shake it up somehow, because at first it wasn't this bad. It was fun at first.
It was a pain in the butt when the dark side territory battles came out, because the Empire sucked, and then when a bounty hunter sucked. Those are 2 factions that were heavily required. And then obviously they kind of hinted at them, reworking the bounty hunters. giving Palpatine and Vader the rework. Because the one thing that was obvious right away is that Palpatine and Vader made territory battle so much easier with Vader's bonus speed per rebel on the team and Empire unit on his side. So, yeah, so I don't know. They need something new. I'm hoping they go for a Geonosis territory battle this year. Because 2 years ago, I'll actually find the article, actually, while we chat here. About 2 years ago, they did an interview with John Slayer, I think, about the release of territory battles. And
oh, yes.
They kind of said somewhere that, yeah, expect... let me find the exact quotes. I'm not ad-libbing the wrong way. But basically, it sounded like we were supposed to get some other new maps sometime soon. Yeah. Let's see, Star Wars Galaxy. Yeah, it was in it was on the official Star Wars page, too.
But I think territory battles, I think what happened, because I remember something along that vein, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, look up the quote, because I'd love to see exactly what he said. But I have a feeling that territory kind of took the front seat.
Yeah.
Because it really wasn't that long after territory battles that we got territory wars, was it?
Couple months. So it was August.
Like
yeah, sorry, go for it. Yeah. You think you
yeah, so
got it.
August, and then what was it? November for dark side territory battles? Or no, was it faster than that?
It was light side territory battles in September that was released, or late August 1 to 2, and then territory wars came out in November, and then dark side territory battles came out in December the same year.
That's what it was. Yep. But oh yeah, and it was December dark side territory battles, and they released it right over the break, and it was all just buggy as hell.
Yeah. So
I remember that now. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm scrolling down. Here we go. Hoth is the first territory battle. Why are you excited about it? And can you say anything about the future of territory battles? And John Solaris says, I quote, "We can't get into the details of future releases at this time. However, I could say that territory battles is a system and not just one map. And this system can enable a variety of experiences for guilds in the future. We can't wait for players to get their hands on this new epic mode." So it wasn't meant to just be Hoth.
That was when, hold on, I'm trying to remember, dark side territory battles, that's on Hoth too, isn't it?
So yeah, Hoth is the same thing, just they flipped the map over.
They just flipped the map. Yeah, so yeah, we got that's pretty. Hey, John Koza, thanks again for the donation, man. He sent $10 this time, his second donation of the stream. Can you run some Revan, Traya, CLS, JTR squads against my arena team? Bastila lead, Grandmaster Yoda, Thrawn, GK, Nest on defense, so I can see how it holds up on defense. So right now, I am really sorry that hold on, we never read Vincent's comment. Oh my gosh, no, we did read that. We read that comment. You must have just missed. Anyway, right now for test accounts, we don't have test accounts where we can program the offense and defense very well, and so we're not actually able to do the test account request right now, but we can hypothesize on this. Tell me what you think, Arnold, but I really do not see Revan, Traya, CLS, and JTR work. Oh, I misread. At first I was thinking he meant all of them together, and I was like, I don't think they're gonna go together. No, he's saying Revan, Traya, CLS, JTR squads against the Bastila lead team, Grandmaster Yoda, Thrawn, General Kenobi, and Nest. I think that all of those squads, except maybe JTR, will be able to slice through that. Definitely
JTR with Chewbacca and C-3PO, that could probably go through. CLS is Han Solo, and C-3PO for sure goes through Bastila like it's nothing. Nest would be annoying. That's the problem. If you don't time the hits on Nest, it'll just be a timeout, but you're not going to hold up because it's a good squad. It just might hold up because, you know, the luck was bad and they're just going to get stuck behind Nest for 5 minutes. But yeah, Trey is she's the best counter to Bastila. No way you can really win Bastila. Or it's hard for Trey to lose against Bastila. Like, I put it on auto, I look away, and that's it. And then Revan's Revan. He beats everything right now. Basically.
The only disclaimer I'd give is if you are running JTR just like a pure resistance team, if the mods aren't on point, that team can get tripped up by a good Bastila team if it's a well-modded Bastila team. And this is funny. This guy says, let's see, Slater, he says, I swear they read Canada and they start singing.
Yeah. Oh,
Canada. I'm just gonna say Canada randomly on the show from now on, and then we're both just gonna immediately start.
Oh,
and most people just know the beginning of the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah.
But I actually know a bit more of it because I lived in Canada for a while.
Oh, don't you know? Don't you know? Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
Canada, the only country where you can punch a man in the face and he says, "Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
I'm mildly upset by that."
Where's our conversation going? I'm like so derailed of what we've been
Dude,
like all over the
know.
place. We're all over the place, man.
So I had a late Mountain Dew today, so I'm gonna have to confess. I've got a little bit caffeine in me. Hello from Alberta. Wacko Jaco.
Oh, Alberta.
Wacko Jaco.
Oh, Calgary.
You're from Calgary. Okay, so I lived in Calgary. Waco Jaco. I lived in Calgary, all over the city.
You want to hear a funny story about Canada? So I want to say 2010, 9, somewhere around there. My family from Poland came to visit, and my dad wanted to take them to Niagara Falls. We wanted to go on the USA side. And I don't know how we accidentally went to the Canadian side, so we got stuck at the border. And I didn't have my passport. We weren't expecting to go there. My parents didn't have their passport. My family did because they had their Polish passport to get here. And then they asked me, it's like, do you know anyone in Canada? I'm like, yeah, Celine Dion, Michael Bublé, Justin Bieber. That's just me being a smart aleck back then. I'm surprised I haven't gotten in trouble. Oh, yeah, I know Celine Dion. Yeah, Justin Bieber. That's who I know in Canada. That was a side story. I'll go back and hide in shame.
You know what? I gotta say, the time that I spent in Canada, most Canadians thought that oh, hold on, this is crazy. So this guy says, yeah, I heard you did some church things, and I think you might have visited my house.
Oh my God.
When I was in Canada.
Did you do his mods?
Lance Norman. You know what? I remember a Norman family.
Oh my gosh.
I think I know this dude's family. It's been like 10 years, but that sounds vaguely familiar to me. My last name is Newman, so ask everyone if they remember Elder Newman. Because I served a mission.
He lives in Arizona, so you guys can probably find him.
That's
if you
crazy.
find Cubs' house, I give you permission to throw eggs at his house. No, please don't.
Lance, if you have Discord, drop in the Discord chat your Discord handle so I can message you. And yeah, I told everyone my last name. I don't care. There's like a million Newmans out there, so come find me.
Come at me, bro. Come at me. Bro.
Come at me. Come at me. But oh man, Cubby B knocking at the door. Have you seen that for Resident Evil 2? That meme.
No, I have not. No, let me find this.
Oh quick. Man, the X gonna give it to you.
X gonna. Oh, okay. I think I've heard that. Okay.
Not gonna. That's so funny.
Can I ask you a quick question?
No.
Big question.
I'm done.
Here.
I'm gonna just get off right now.
Where's your Embo at?
Where's my Embo?
Yeah. Do you remember the Embo? He happened last year sometime, Cubs.
Embo? Who is this guy? My Embo is not geared.
Did you even start farming him?
Nah, I feel like he was in my favorites for a bit, and then I was like, oh, screw that guy.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I'm like, man, I am dedicated. I've been sticking to Embo for some unknown reasons. Like it's like Marquee character. I love the Marquee system, but I hate it too sometimes. It's February, and I'm still farming Embo right now, man.
He's gear 6.
I've been farming Embo since day 1, man, and it's just like,
gear 6,
God,
3 stars.
Yeah.
I'm at level 85. There's that. Does that make you feel a bit better?
Yeah, I don't know.
About your crappy investment?
It's one of those things like, why am I farming this guy? How are you still on my daily farm schedule, Embo? I don't know, but you know what? You're almost done, so might as well just finish you off soon. Man, same thing with the Falcon. Falcon's almost done finally. Jeez.
Hey, Lance from Medicine Hat. I got your Discord handle, but it's case sensitive, so I need the full case sensitive. It's not going through.
Look at Cubs making friends on the internet.
I'm not dropping mine in here because then I'll get 3 million friend requests.
Oh man. Got any other big points to talk about? We're at an hour right now. Anything big that we need to talk? I mean, we talked about Grievous. I mean, we talked about B1, Magna Guard, Droid and Co. We just gotta wait. I mean, rework for Grievous comes out tomorrow sometime. Who knows when that might be?
Oh, tomorrow's the day, huh?
Tomorrow's the 20th. It's G Day, baby. Tomorrow's gonna be G Day.
It's time for you to enjoy your G spot.
Oh Jesus. Oh man, there goes your monetization, Cubby. There goes your monetization for your channel. So then Droid comes out the 21st, and then we start seeing what Grievous does to the meta. I'm really curious to see how it's going to pan out. I mean, I think it's going to be good no matter what. I think it's going to be important for Territory Wars, Grand Arena, and I think especially for the first while, especially for Grand Arena, man, Grievous and like a very good Grievous team on defense, like let's just say 5v5 for the sake of arguing, because 3v3 is still questionable for him. That might be a problem. Like that might require a top tier team. Like right now, people usually save their CLS, Treya, and of that sort for countering Revan or another very good team. Well, now you got to worry about taking that top tier team and going up against Grievous. Unless, you know, I saw Night Sisters kind of were able to mess the AI a bit. The AI wasn't really connecting the dots. Like, if the AI plays it right, Night Sisters shouldn't win. But the gameplay we saw when Separatists were on defense, they were stupid and they kept, like, insta-killing Night Sister Zombie when Asajj was at 1 health and the whole team pretty much came back to life. So there might be ways to beat it. But I think Grievous will be an important character. Whether it's kind of like me. I've actually been fairly fine without Jedi Knight Revan. Like, I was actually a bit worried not having him this past Grand Arena. I was still fine. I was able to beat the other person's Revan, no issues, and still came out #1. So there's ways to get by if you don't have a character. But, man, it's nice to have it. So I think one way or another, kind of like Revan, you probably want to have Grievous geared up one day. How soon? It depends. I love the argument that, oh, Grievous is just... what's it called? It's a distraction for he who shall not be named. And this has been going on for a while. Oh, Chewbacca's a distraction. Oh, C-3PO's a distraction. Oh, Millennium Falcon's a distraction. I mean, we could say that forever. We could be like, oh, wait, Darth Revan's going to be a distraction for the Jedi Luke for 3 years now. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, people.
Yeah.
So,
well, ultimately, I mean, it's a resource management game. And you got to pick and go with what you feel like is worth investing in, and there's always going to be something after. So technically everything is going to be overshadowed at some point, right? Of course. It's because it's going to constantly shift. And if it didn't, and that's the way it should be, because if it didn't do that, then the game would be uninteresting. Yeah.
That's exactly how it is. Things will change, but hopefully they change it to where if they bring a new character out, it's not going to take over 85% of the meta. Like, bring in a character, let him control 30-40%, let's say, and then 10-20% goes to someone, another 10-20% goes to someone, so it's a bit more diverse. That's what I'm hoping they're shooting for, and I think Grievous will at least start bringing us to that era of at least finding a team that's making Revan not as invincible on defense. I think Revan will do fine on offense still.
We missed a donation from Super Chaos. $2 Canadian. Canadian dollars. And he says, too many damn Canadians in here. Oh, hi from Toronto. It's like he's apologizing in his comment. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, sorry.
Oh, man. Well, I think I have nothing else really to say in the matter, unless you think there's some final thoughts. We got to wrap up here. We have the meme to show the people. The meme of the week.
We got to show the meme.
The meme of the week. We almost forgot about this. Let me get this on the screen ready for you guys. So, Roger. That has been the theme for this month. An inspiring quote, one that increased in use during Valentine's Day. If you said Roger to your lover on Valentine's Day, well, you don't need me to go into some deep descriptions of what may have happened then.
I don't want to know what's going on in your relationship. For my wife on Valentine's Day, I left the phone at home. I didn't say anything about Star Wars, and I bought her a nice meal. I did not say Roger.
You didn't say Roger. Let me tell you, you're missing out.
Ooh, hey, look, SWGoH says that he will donate $200 to you for a live performance of Rework Grievous.
A live performance of Rework.
Next week on the Cup Show.
Next week on the Cup Show, right? Next week on the Cup Show. All donations on this chat today go towards Cubs fan Han's channel. But here's the meme of the week. But thank you so much for offering. I might be here next week. We'll see. If I don't die of a Grievous attack. I might get a heart attack this week. Here we go. Meme of the week. Who framed Roger? Oh, the greatest movie of our generation, ladies and gentlemen. Greatest movie right there.
I like that meme.
I hope they add more B1 droids. We have the commander droid and stuff like that. There's so many droids they can add down the line. There we go. That's going to be your meme of the week, people, and your show. We were all over the place today. Mostly a trip down memory lane. I think maybe about 5 minutes talking about Grievous and 50 minutes talking about he who shall not be named. But other than that, hopefully it was an enjoyable show. Nonetheless, Cubby, my fan Han, I'm glad you could be with me during this journey for General Grievous. And I'm so glad. And next week he'll be outdated, right?
as sad as I am to see the Jedi meta leave, I think I'm ready. You know, we got to work the time, and I'm happy for you, my man, because I mean, literally, it's funny because you and me are so similar. Your first video, you're talking about Empire, you're talking about Grievous, you know, in your first videos, and my first video is Jedi. It's all about Jedi, and I finally got my Jedi meta. So awesome.
You're gonna get a better payoff than I did. I mean, the things I like aren't gonna be 6 months dominant. Like, man, I wish I was a Jedi fan, or at least Jedi / Old Republic fan, because man, I can't think of any other period in this game where if you loved something so much, man, you got the biggest bang for your buck, and Revan did that, man. And Grievous, I'm gonna say Grievous will not be Revan level fun or level dominant for 6 months. Not gonna happen. I think he'll be useful.
Pretty good shine.
He'll
something I will say, a disclaimer to me, is my love for Jedi is not really Old Republic Jedi. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Old Republic, and I played KOTOR, but the prequels, that's my childhood.
Those are the only Jedi I care about. Prequel Jedi.
I want prequel Jedi, and I'm actually. I should start a rework Mace movement. That's what I should do. I should threaten to delete my channel.
Do it, man. You just gotta do it, man. Pull the trigger. Make sure you have a couple.
Let me come over to your office so I can use that fake bomb you've got. To make the video.
Fallout bomb, yeah.
I'll just no shame copy everything you did.
I see a rework for Windu happening this year. I'm seeing it happening this year.
I hope you're right, man. That's one of the. I mean, if we're gonna talk about characters in this game that are criminally bad for who they are in the lore, Mace is going to be on everyone's shortlist. Gotta be.
Yeah. I see.
Gotta be. He's always been bad.
Style reworked. I see him getting a Grievous style rework one day. You know.
I hope so.
Yeah, he already had 2 reworks in the past, but they both sucked so bad, so bad. Back in the day,
was it? Could you even classify that as a rework?
I mean, yeah, it was horrible back then. I'm glad we're past the days where a rework could be 75% potentially bad and 25% it might turn out to be good. And Windu was one of those examples where, and like Ahsoka Tano too, like the reworks is like, this doesn't really do anything. So I'm glad we're past it. Usually when Capital Games goes in on a rework, they go pretty hard on it, where they make them very good at least at one important thing. Windu back then. It's funny. Here, we apply and expose, but hell, it might be on the other side of the taunt. Well, screw it. You're not gonna hit that expose now. That's so it's like, jeez, great design, great design.
I know, right?
All right, I can keep blabbering on about Windu. That's gonna be the next move. Rework Windu, rework Kenobi. I would love
you know what we should do? We should go in on this together. It should be our push for the justice that Mace deserves.
Rework Windu. Come on, Capital Games. Don't make me Sindu. I don't know.
What is a Sindu?
I don't know. You guys let us know down below. What is a Sindu? You let us know down below in the comments. Make sure you smash.
How about you don't know what I'll do?
You don't know what I'll do. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're gonna just remake.
We do need to do a joint music video.
Dude, we'll come over here.
I'm thinking. By the way, I haven't told you this. I'm gonna tell you this live on the air. Actually,
you told me that you might come out here soon. Right?
It's looking more likely because my father-in-law and I were talking, and we're like, we got to get out to Wrigley. We got to get out to Wrigley and watch a game this year. And I got I have 2 free flights coming from Southwest because they delivered my lost bags to me with cigarette smoke all over them. And I messaged them. I was like, what is this about Southwest? Like, we're really sorry. Here's 2 free flights. And so I was like, okay,
I got 3 spare bedrooms in this house, man. As long as I get a mattress to put it in, you're welcome to come over. I told you this before, so if you come over,
you're gonna put up my father-in-law too. He's a cool guy. I promise.
I need to get some beds. Man. I have all this empty, I have all these empty rooms in my house. Because originally I wanted a 7-bedroom house so I could fit my office in there, but this whole basement's unfinished. And I was like, I can put all my stuff down here. So now we have
How far are you from Wrigleyville?
I mean, you're gonna need a train or at least a drive out there. If you want to drive, it'll be about an hour.
30 minutes, an hour.
If you take a train, getting straight to the city won't take you too long. I do it every single day.
I like it.
Yeah, but I have my green screen studio's right over there. We got this, man. We got everything. So you better come over here. We promise to make you a video. We'll put Cubs in my basement. There we go. Like mobile gamer.
If we do that. if I take a trip out to Chicago. We're doing a joint music video. We're going to have to work on one, and we will do a joint music. Can we commit to that?
I could, yeah. When I'm with someone, like when Trevor was here, / mobile gamer, man, I'm like so much more inspired doing YouTube. So
dude, I know, man. That's why I've been pushing for a long time for you to move to Arizona. I'm still pushing it.
Not happening anytime soon.
Everyone in chat, go tag Arnold on Twitter, on Discord, on YouTube, every single venue you possibly can to move to Arizona.
My phone tonight. There we go. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the show right there. A lot of cool stuff to look forward to, and we cannot wait to spend time with you over the next couple weeks for Grievous and to see what's beyond this month. Should be a fun year. Looking forward to a great start to the new year, and I'm looking forward to everything else that is coming up. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, comment this video, subscribe to his channel, throw some more cash at him. We can always use more money. We're desperate people.
We're desperate.
We're desperate. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Peace out, everyone.
All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.